Hello and welcome to Big Red Journeys. I'm your host, Dr. Big Red, paleontologist, botanist, biologist, PhD, MD, Esquire, and we're back here for another adventure, but this time we're a little bit up the road on the 5 North Freeway to visit the Discovery Cube here in Orange County, the family-friendly science center, because they opened up a couple new things here. They got Dino Quest, as you can clearly see behind me, hence why I'm dressed in my paleontologist outfit, but we're going to go check out the rest of the science center, have fun, and overall have a great time. So if you care to follow me on this journey, let's go. Velociraptor Blue on top of a Jurassic Park Explorer. Look at this, all made out of Legos. You know me, love dinosaurs, I love Legos, so this is a perfect combination. This is made up of over 700,000 bricks. And look at this, greeted with a nice fossilized plesiosaur. Wow. There's a physics labs, a lot of hands-on activity over there. The Rainforest Adventures that away. I do know you can also lay on a bed of nails there. We'll do that a little bit later. So a couple things before we actually get into the Discovery Cube here. Open 365, 7 days a week from 10 to 5 p.m. every day. Adults pricing right now is $23 for adults. Children 3 to 14 are $18. And seniors currently right now are $20. Of course, there is military discount on top of that as well too. Parking is $8, and it's a smaller parking lot. It should be enough for most people here, but on a busier day, on a busier holiday weekend, you may have to find alternative. There is additional parking a little bit further down that way, but the walk is a little further away. And not only do they have the permanent exhibits throughout the whole year, but they do have temporary or sometimes traveling exhibits, including one, Ocean Encounter. We'll check that out a little bit later, and that one's only here till September 2nd, but they do have things like a Paw Patrol was here last year. I heard that there's going to be a superhero one that's coming later this year, something to do with like Superman, Batman, DC Comics if I'm not mistaken. They also tend to have holiday ones during Christmas time and Halloween. The dinosaurs are in the outside area, obviously where it says beware dinosaurs. There is also a cafe here to our right. We'll be going, probably get a little snack there a little bit later today. Ooh, a megalodon. Look at that, megalodon jaw. Very, very big, wow. I love this entrance. That is so cool. We got the field office down below. I do know there's a few activities to do. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Is that a T-Rex? Yes, it is. Wow. Wait, that's kind of funny. He's digging his tailbone up? What the? Some sort of a duck-billed dinosaur like a hadrosaur. But that's interesting. I like it. The young paleontologist in me is enjoying this so much. Look at this. You actually get to walk around. So this, the Brachiosaur was always there for the longest time. Actually, is it a Brachio? Let's see, it's 21. Argentinosaurus. Oh, okay. So the Argentinosaurus, that's been around for a while. The cast models over there in the fossils, they've been around as the dig site. But they've had the addition of some animatronics and the waterfall and some interactives. That's what's making it new and exciting. So let's see here. Oh, there's 23 different things to see and explore here. Everything from the field office. There's of course the T-Rex animatronic, the Argentinosaurus, the dig site area, fossil detector, fossil yard. Ooh, there's a cave as well too, and a tar pit apparently. The first thing we gotta do is we gotta go into the field office, because the field office has this little like scavenger hunt kind of game. They give you like a tablet and you go throughout this little field area, and it's pretty fun and exciting, so I want to go check that out real quick. And then of course there's other activities more hands-on, including, oh, look at this, a dig excavation site. Always fun. Your Dino Quest adventure here. Ooh, look at this. This is a nice little field office. They even have a raptor up there. Now, I know it's probably most likely supposed to look like a velociraptor. But with the size of it, I'm going to say it's closer to that of an Utah raptor, or even pick up our dino tracker. Got mine right here. Learn about the missions. There's 4 missions to choose from. Head to the mission hub and then scan your mission and start the adventure. So apparently that's Tyra. She's the head paleontologist here at the Cube. So we get to choose between 4 different adventures: Dino Dig Adventure, Predator and Prey, Adapt, Survive and Thrive, and Junior Diggers. Well, you know what color I'm going to go for.
Climates, harsh environments, varied terrain, hunted, chased, often dinner real. Many dinosaurs had to adapt to a variety of life-threatening challenges, evolve, or become extinct. Now, it is your job to investigate adaptations in this critical mission. Adapt, survive, thrive.
But you use this to interact with those particular signs or whatever the case is. So we'll find out. Oh, there's a little play area right over here to try it out first. Well, like I said, we're gonna go first. We're gonna do multiple ones. We're gonna do this a couple times, but for the intents of the video here, we're just gonna stick to the red one: adapt, survive, and thrive, and we'll go from there. On this mission, you explore the special features dinosaurs had to help them survive, like long necks, hollow bones, and body armor. So let's scan right there. You are playing Adapt, Survive, and Thrive. The ancient world was a hard place to survive. Dinosaurs evolved special features to thrive in harsh conditions. Someone needed to be tall, be able to swim, be able to fly, protect themselves. Let's start our adventure. Our challenge number 1 is neck. Find a long neck land-based reptile. Okay. And then the clue is, oh, there it is on the map. So you don't have to go through the whole thing if you want to do all the different missions. Just come back here to the field office. They're all here, so you can start your mission by just scanning your little doohickey to the wall right here. Also, if you do need a quick rehydration or an ice cream treat, at the field office, they have some beverages and snacks. Let us take note of the giant cube. This is where you get to see it from the outside, and wow. Woo-wee. We found the Argentinosaurus, so we gotta find the sign in which to put our interactive wand to. Let's see. Oh, here it is. The Argentinosaurus. There you go. We found it. Argentinosaurus had one of the longest necks. The long neck lets it eat its tasty leaves without moving its massive body around much. Standing still allows it to use less energy while finding food. So now we gotta find a flying. And that sure looks like a pteranodon to me. Wonder if this is life size. Probably is. Oh, we got a nice little cast there of a stegosaur. And here it is. Oh, okay, I see. This is a Quetzalcoatlus, which is the largest of all the pterosaurs. Wow. And of course, technically pterosaurs are not dinosaurs, they're actually winged reptiles. Quetzalcoatlus named so called because of the Quetzalcoatl, the god, the serpent god of the Mesoamerican civilizations. The Quetzalcoatlus was an incredibly flying reptile. It had a wingspan of 36 feet. Wow. Hollow bones allowed one of the largest flying reptiles to take to the skies. Now we're going to talk about defense. And that's a unmistakable silhouette of a Triceratops. A cast skull of a mosasaur, one of my favorite of marine reptiles. You probably more know it from the most recent Jurassic World films, where you see the mosasaur come up and eat a few people, including a great white shark in the beginning. And right next to it, there's Triceratops. Look at that. Oh, there's the Scandi badge right there. Some land reptiles have special adaptations to protect themselves. The 3 horns on Triceratops help defend against predator attacks. Plates. Oh, I know that guy right there. That's a stegosaur if I've ever seen one. But yeah, can't mistake the plates of a stegosaur. Most likely used for one of 2 things. Most likely either for like mating purposes, very similar to how birds use feathers and plumage, very colorful brightness, or for thermal regulation. Still don't know 100%, but it was probably not used for defense. What was used for defense though was its spikes on the end of its tail. The Stegosaurus has some of the most unusual looking adaptations along its back. The back plates could grow up to 2 feet, and paleontologists believe these back plates help keep its body at the perfect temperature. See, I was right about thermal regulation. Aquatic. Luckily we actually have this map here to kind of help us, because we couldn't find a ichthyosaur to save our life, but there it was. Ichthyosaur. Looks like a fish, right? Well, it's in the name. Fish, lizard. Ichthy as in fish, Latin for fish. And anything with saur, that pretty much means lizard. And you see the very large orbit in its skull? That's actually for the eye. So huge eye to help it see in dark conditions like a deep diving animal would have. A long, sleek body of an ichthyosaur may remind you of a fish. Over time, its limbs evolved into paddle-like flippers to help it propel through the water. Tiny arms. Well, there's one guy I know that has a very large head and tiny arms. But look at this little animatronic with a baby Triceratops. How cute is he? The tyrant lizard, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Notice that its arms are very small compared to the rest of its body. Yeah? Yeah? Why do you think T-Rex has such small arms? The most likely reason as to why T-Rex had the short arms, beyond the fact that it didn't do enough push-ups. Because theropods, which are what T-Rex belongs under, those are the dinosaurs that have the very two strong legs used for running capabilities. Dinosaurs such as T-Rex, Carnotaur, Giganotosaurus, those types of guys. So they developed in a way that what they do is they balance themselves on their two legs. They have very long tails. So they actually don't do what is the original, how people thought they had like a tripod version where their tails dragged on the ground. No, the tails were actually used for counterbalance. So the big portion of their head and their front part balance on like a pendulum on with the tail. So it helped them for running, tracking down, chasing after prey. And then they would just essentially grab on and use those huge crushing jaws to latch on and essentially kill their prey, right? You take one bite from a T-Rex is really all it takes and you're down. So it evolved to not necessarily need long arms to grab and hold on to. And we finished it all. We completed the Adapt, Survive, Thrive expedition. You discovered how ancient reptiles adapted to survive. You uncover ancient reptiles that evolved long necks, backplates, flippers, and each of these unique adaptations helped reptiles survive and thrive. And I earned the Adapt, Survive, and Thrive badge. Woohoo! Well, let's see if we can try to get all 4 now.
6.5 hours later.
I got all of them, look at that. Also, when you are done, before we actually quit the game, you can discover what dinosaur you are. Like, would you describe yourself as bigger than average, on the smaller side? I go with smaller side. Do you prefer to run as fast as you can or have a nice walk? Yeah, let's do the nice walk, shall we? When you want a quick snack, do you choose chicken nuggies or an apple? Oh yeah, chicken nuggies, especially if they're dinosaur shaped. When you're going on a new adventure, would you rather go on a really long hike or surf a giant wave? Does it have to be a really long hike or can it just be like a short hike? We'll go on a hike because I don't surf no more. Oh, I'm most like a pteranodon. And when we're done, go to the field office and drop it right there. All set to go. And I did see all the employees. They take them and then they actually sanitize them and start charging them back up, which is nice. This is actually a pretty looking geyser fountain. But it's actually magical. Because look, you wave your hand to activate the geyser. So I'm going to wave my hand over here and watch what happens. Woohoo! Look at that! Let's just check out the Argentinosaurus here in a second. So this is pretty cool. Got the rib cage. Got examples of the femur, the giant femur, the large muscles that would take to move this big dinosaur. Wow. Blood vessel supply. And a heart. That's a relatively large heart. So this is actually pretty cool because this actually is a fossilized cast, or at least I think a replica of a very famous one. I think it's somewhere in Asia, China or Mongolia. But this is actually the battle of life or death fighting dinosaurs of Protoceratops on the left hand side and a Velociraptor. They were caught fighting for life, battling for their lives. Most likely the Velociraptor was predating on the Protoceratops and ended up getting both died at the same time. Most likely some sort of flash flood or something happened to them and they both ended up getting caught. And this is actually a very, very famous scene right here. So let's play now here real quick. Paleontologists use a grid to make a map of the dig site. So let's make a grid here. They use letters and numbers to label the grid. Now you're ready to help us excavate. Our data says it started at 1B. You found a horn. I found a foot. I found a femur. Found a hip bone. Found a vertebrae. There we go. I found all the fossils. And I found the majority of some sort of Triceratops who does know how to do the moonwalk apparently. Maybe that's why they're extinct. Well, let's go check out the dig pit. Dino trackers are not allowed in the dig pit. They don't want to get sand in the dino trackers. Experiences are limited to 5 minutes. Shoes and socks are optional. All of the clothing is required. Do not remove items from the exhibit, including the sand. Please don't throw the sand, and no consoles allowed. They even have a little cubby there for your shoes. So it looks like you can pick up a bucket here with some digging tools. Got a little shovel, a brush to find some fossils. Oh yeah, so yeah, these kids are having loads of fun. And look, yeah, they do have a few fossils right there. That looks like some sort of top of a skull if I had to examine of some sort. It's only limited to 5 minutes. They weren't really keeping track of the time. I think it's based upon like how busy things are. Hey, T-Rex, I'm talking here. Be quiet. But he's being rude. He starts roaring every couple of minutes. But it's fun. 5 minutes, great time. The sand is really fine. It's not coarse sand, so it's really easy. It's soft to the touch, but definitely gotta wash your hands because now my hands feel kind of dusty like chalk. But on the map, it says that there's a tar pit over here, but clearly, unless they covered it up, there's no tar pit here. And there's a sign there with some sort of raptor playing like a kind of like hot lava game, hop, skip, jump. So my guess is, I bet you there was supposed to be some sort of like stay off the tar, like one of those little balancing games or something here. This is obviously not the real one, but this is a cast of the real Archaeopteryx fossil they found. You can see the imprints of early wings, of feathers, and this is really what made us believe that dinosaurs were related to birds. And speaking of it, there's a modern day dinosaur right there. Yes, a chicken. Into the cave. Ooh, there's this cool little, we're gonna explore a fossil jacket. So let's play now here. When paleontologists find a fossil, they carefully wrap them in a protective plastic jacket. The jackets are used to keep the fossils safe as they are transported back to the lab. Paleontologists use special tools to open the jackets and explore what's inside. Okay, so just trace along. Oh, there we go. Got the first layer off. Next, we have to reveal the matrix. Okay, so we're gonna... Oh, okay, we're just gonna get rid of all this stuff. Choose your final tool to remove the loose dust and dirt. Let's do the brush. Oh, look at that. You have found a fossilized vertebrae that belongs to a... Let's see. It might be an apatosaur. That's right. A giant apatosaurus had a long row of neck vertebrae to help it reach plants on the ground in tall trees. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that was cool. That was absolutely fun. I enjoyed it all. Everything for the little quest, going up and down, the Argentinosaurus, the T-Rex growling. This was absolutely tons of fun. I enjoyed it. But we gotta check out the rest of this whole science center. There's a lot to do here. Lots of interactive elements here. A Shake Shack as well too. Not the food, but the one that actually shakes you like an earthquake. And it's just so much fun to be had. So let's go check it out. Let's start off here with the physics labs because I see some race car things going on over here, and these look pretty cool. So it looks like there's a few tracks that you can race your cars on with spring-loaded mechanisms. But first you have to build a car.
A few minutes later.
Here is my car. This one sure looks like a winner to me. So let's start off. So it looks like we gotta put our car over here, pull her back, then let it go. Oh, that was actually pretty cool. So this particular exhibit, when you build a vehicle, it's kind of like a testing of like how cars have, you know, aerodynamics and weight distribution and everything. So that's why you have to add extra weights, make sure you got the proper profile tires and cars, and then how far back on the spring you have to make it to go forward. It's actually quite impressive on the science, a fun way of, you know, experimenting with physics. So they did have the Discovery Theater, but I don't think they're doing anything right now because it does not look like there's any performances coming up soon. But they do have the Vault, which is a laser maze challenge. You get to choose your challenge. Let's try it out. We're gonna go in to the Vault. Oh boy. Am I not supposed to be hitting? Oh, there it is. Okay, we're supposed to be hitting the money. Money. Ah. Oh, and we got 192. I don't know if that's good or bad, but okay. Not gonna lie, we did the junior version, which is like they got the money and the key, and you're supposed to hit those and unlock. I don't know if that's good or bad. What we did, and then the other version is you avoid the laser beams, kind of like a Mission Impossible status, you know, up and down, avoid things. Ooh, but these are always fun. Cloud rings. Woo-hoo-hoo! All the way up there. Oh yeah. Feel the wing shape making a difference on how the flight goes. Ooh, mayday, mayday, mayday! So this is pretty nifty. So I guess this is a way that we try to see if we can get the airplane to take lift just by rotating around. So we have car speed, airplane speed, and conveyor belt speed. So let's start off with the car speed. Let's increase the car going. So you can see there's the car, she's a moving. Airplanes are going. Airplanes got lift. Cars are going. Got the conveyor belt going. Now you can see the conveyor belt is going quicker than how fast the car is going. So that's why the car is still moving, she's moving, but not going as fast as the conveyor belt's going. And the plane, since technically the plane is in a different level, you know, different plane, literally using the term plane here, the plane looks like it's still moving forward because it's going faster than the conveyor belt and the car. This essentially is how you're traveling on Earth, because the Earth is rotating way faster than you ever drive in a vehicle. An actual seismograph, a machine that keeps track or records Earth's vibrations. So this is how we'd be able to know if there was some earthquakes going on based upon how high the needle pitches. So I think this is meant so that if you jump up and down, it'll make some vibrations. So you see, we're jumping up and down a little bit. It moved slightly. Oh, this isn't the Shake Shack I thought about. Oh well, since we're here, let's go on. This is an earthquake simulator. So you get to take a seat and it simulates what it feels like if there was an earthquake in your area. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whew. That got me for a loop there. So based upon what I'm seeing here, they got a cool little airplane launcher. They got pieces of paper over there. You can build your perfect paper airplane and then test it out here and launch it. It goes by really quick. Woo! That was pretty good. The viscosity rate, let's see how this is. Viscosity, of course, the resistance to flow. So we have tubes filled with different liquids here. Water going down to, looks like some sort of oil on this side. So let's turn around and see who wins. And water, number one, wins the whole time. Number two is gaining. 3 and 4 forgot they had a race today.
3 days later.
And they even have a bed of nails here where you can see you lay down and the bed of nails come up and levitate on you. That's so cool. Also, if you're finding great value in this video, do me the biggest of favors. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and hit the notification bell. Just a like alone does a huge, huge amount for the channel, and I truly, truly appreciate it. And now back to it. I have a Pacific Life Sun stage, and they got Dino Dash, Prehistoric Mania, a couple show times, looks like 11:30, 1:30, and 3:30.
Our team Carnivore has made their way over the balance beam. They're going through a treacherous mountain in order to transfer their babies to their nests. We have some interesting strategies here. Oh no, our herbivore has dropped her egg one more time. We have our carnivore over there to their nest. Go ahead and drop it in gently. Good job. All right, that's a point for each team. Come back now, guys.
We were expecting more of a science show. Like, obviously there is science, there is talking about science and dinosaurs, but it's really just games. You know, egg balancing game. They had a beanbag tossing game. Not really what I was expecting or anticipating. I was hoping for more like science-y experiments, things of that nature. I don't know. So I would probably skip this. This was not worth the half hour for it. Trust me on that one. Next up on the first floor, let's check out Rainforest Adventure. So this one definitely looks like a little bit more gear for the little ones here. A hollowed out log in Australia, cassowary, got some green tree boas, frogs, I don't know, what is it? Oh, green tree python, Bennett's tree kangaroo right up there. Yep, can't forget the tree kangaroo. Little tree house, little play area here. pull mechanism over here too. They had pull mechanisms over at the physics lab area, but they got one of them right here about how the pulleys help to make heavier things lighter to lift. Oh, this would have been cool. So you're like in a hot air balloon, there's a button and clearly a TV screen back there. Oh, so it would have been immersive, like it could like, probably I would imagine like a hot air over the Amazon or some sort of rainforest, I would have to guess. Gorilla observation platform here. Shh, we're coming across some gorillas sleeping. One of those interactive little floors, the ones you can step on and see, look, whoosh, whoosh, push all the water lilies away. Whoosh. Catch a fish, catch a fish. Looks like they also have a private event space for birthdays. In fact, Holly is having a birthday party here today. So happy birthday to Holly. And it looks like she is having a good time here. They're getting ready for, ooh, cookies and cakes and ooh, cupcakes. I like that. So this is pretty cool. It looks really nice in there, very sciencey. And I believe they even get a host to do science experiments for your birthday. We're going to check out the sea lab, and as you can see behind me, there is a touch pool over here with some rays and sharks. We got some other pools over there. So this is pretty cool. Let's go check it out. Please wash hands before and after touching the animals. Here are some of the rays and sharks that we can see here. Looks like we got a round ray, a blue spotted ribbon tail, okay, a yellow stingray, an epaulet shark, and a white spotted bamboo shark, one of my favorites. There's a wonderful example of how well the camouflage happens. Look at that ray buried deep within the sand. I almost missed it. Like, it was hard to tell, and look how its coloration just blended in so well. I just saw it by the tail end of it, and that's how I saw it. And some other touch pools over here. Here we got some aggregating anemones. So of course we can touch the anemones because our skin is too thick for them essentially to do anything. So you can see how he's kind of, when I touch him, he just retracts. Other fish potentially could be neutralized, but we on the other hand don't. Got a few snails here, some mollusks. We got a red turban snail right there. But the Lewis moon snails are out and about over there. Look at that. Gonna go check out the organic waste lab. So they have some compost things going on over here. They even have a cool little water fun little activity right there. Worms are the hardest working animals in the garden. That is true. Those guys and other insects and other organisms like them break down large items into smaller ones and bring you compost. There's an example of some composting going on right here. We got some organic elements like fruits and vegetables and bones and miscellaneous organic items that can be broken down through organisms such as worms. They actually have some real examples of some broken down items. So they got these jars that they put some. So there's a tomato that was put in 4/19 of 2020. And you can see how pretty much the inside of the tomato is completely gone. But there's a few elements like the skin on the outside. Same thing with this pepper chile right there. A peach. The peach is pretty much just left to the pit right there. It's really hard to tell. But then you have a thing like a granola bar wrapper that looks, you know, except for being the ink a little faded, looks pretty much the same. BEANSPROUTS is a cafe, the chain. It's kind of in a lot of museums and science centers that I've seen before. But the menu they have here is, let's take a look. They got things like a pizza, cheese, pepperoni, Baja chicken, spinach order. They got a few salads, hot and cold sandwiches. Cold, you got like chicken wraps, chicken salad sandwich, and a great turcado. You got hot sandwiches like a chicken pesto, a chickadilla, and a farmer parmesan. You got small items for the kids. You got a grilled zilla, which is a grilled cheese sandwich. Dough ray for me, a sunflower butter and organic jam, so PB&J, a whoopsie daisy, a spaceadilla. That just sounds really cool. Oh, and drinks. They also do have some caffeine beverages, coffees, mochas, cappuccinos, smoothies, lemonades, and I guess breakfast served all day as well too. Parfaits, egg sandwiches, pancakes, And frozen treats, they currently says they'll be back soon, so their machine must be down, but it looks like they normally would have things like soft serve. So we start off with the Great Turcado. It's a turkey avocado with tomatoes, mixed greens, smoked paprika, honey aioli. Looks very good. Real slices of avocado in there. And it comes with a little cute little apple with little sticker eyes. We also ended up upgrading for some tater tots. Nothing fancy about that, just some tater tots. It does come with a little dipping sauce. Got some ranch. And then for dessert, the Dino s'mores. You can see there's a cutout of stegosaurus, some sort of, let's just say the Argentinosaurus, since they got that here, and a T-Rex in the back with some chocolate and marshmallows. And what it is cinnamon sugar tortilla chips, chocolate, and mini marshmallows, so pinuelos. With the sandwiches, you actually have the option to get a side salad or a fruit. We ended up getting the fruit, but you can also upgrade for a plant-based chicken tenders if you want for another $3.50. The tater tots you can also add as well to the sandwiches. Those were a $2.50 add-on. Everything tastes very fresh. I enjoy that. And honey aioli, the paprika, just a sweet and a spicy. Lots of good flavor with the fresh avocado. This is a very good sandwich. I'm glad we went with this one. It's not going to be too filling. It's very good. 4.5 out of 5. I am pleasantly pleased and surprised with how well it is. Let's try one of these tater tots. They're unseasoned, very cafeteria tasting. So I wish they had some sort of je ne sais quoi to it. So as far as tater tots goes, very good, but man, 2.5 out of 5. I probably honestly would skip those. You know, it's not really worth the upcharge of the $2.50. Let's have dessert. I'm gonna go for the T-Rex. There we go. It's a semi-sweet dark chocolate. You know, it looks milky, but you know what? It's mocha. It's mocha chocolate that they use because they do have a cafe there. So it's the same chocolate. So it's not as sweet as the milk, but not as dark as a true dark. So that's FYI. Marshmallows are just regular marshmallows you throw on your hot cocoa. And the dinosaurs, pretty good. I don't regret getting this, but I don't necessarily have to get it again next time. So to be honest, 3.5 out of 5. It didn't wow me. It reminds us of a tarpon. The dinosaurs fell in the tarpon and they got stuck. So that's cute. If you don't want to wait in line per se, you can actually order online. It has some QR codes up front, and the full menu is available on there. And we were able to order online, and the time of us waiting was about 15-ish to 20 minutes, give or take. But we were able to do other stuff throughout the exhibits. And then when we got ready, we're like, okay, now we can come pick up our food. And we saw that there's people who were in line waiting for their food when we first got in, thinking to wait in line, but we ended up mobile ordering instead. That got their food. So it's about the same time, but you get to enjoy yourself instead of waiting right there in the line. So that is a tip for you. The only true drawback to it is they do charge you a $1 service fee. Ocean encounters. Explore a water wonderland. Explore the depths of the ocean. Meet the plants and animals that call it home. Ooh, this is nice. Look at this. This is cool. Oh, you got a whale up there, a giant squid, a giant Pacific octopus, a GPO right there. This is cool. I love the colors in here. So nice. Ocean Encounter Adventure, test the waters. Looks like we have twilight and midnight zones, and coral reef, the open ocean, kelp forest, the abyss. How to play. Grab a booklet and explore each zone to learn about our beautiful ocean. So we have one in English and Espanol. Here's our little guidebook for today. Head to the coral reef. Then it looks like we say, who am I? How do coral reefs protect us? Now go to kelp forest. And it looks like there's 2 questions at each section. Now that you've collected your answer, go to one of the score calculation stations, input your answer, and see your score. As a reminder, this particular exhibit is only here until September 2nd. This is a temporary exhibit, so definitely come here and check this out. This is really cool. I love all these inflatables and the lights in here. Very thematic, very immersive. I love it. They got these little interactive touchpads here you can learn some information on. Let's touch the blue tang. The rope, okay, okay. Oh, they can play dead by lying on their side. I did not know that. Interesting. So let's see if we can answer these questions. Who am I? I'm a fish. I'm tough to eat. I'm a slow swimmer. And my father gave birth to me. Well, there's only one animal that I know that has the parents, the father, the one that's giving birth. And that is the one that I just chose on the screen. A seahorse. Ooh. This is cool. They got a little TV screen here, but it showcases coral. They have a mushroom coral, sea fan coral, brain coral, and healthy and bleach coral. So we can rotate it here. Let's see here. We're gonna go to B, sea fan coral. Oh, and you can see the up close. Look at that. Wow. And of course, coral is actually not just one organism. It is a culmination in aggregate of thousands upon thousands of little microorganisms living together. Healthy and bleach coral. Let's see if we can tell the difference. Okay. So I would say, based upon the color vibrancy, that would be an example of healthy coral, and then bleach coral, which is unhealthy or dead coral, right down here. And you can see the difference in the coloration. Explore the kelp forest. How many different types of animals can you find? Harbor seal, jellyfish, sea stars, hermit crab, little kid. I love the kelp and the jellyfish. Those are really cool. I have a little rock climbing style wall. You start from there to there. The acrobats of the sea, as well as the clowns of the sea. I love sea lions. Many times I've gone diving with them, and they just come up to divers and pull with their fins. I've had one scare the living bejesus out of me one time when I was night diving. Grabbed my fins, and then I was flashing lights. I was like, oh crap, I got bit by a shark or something. No, it was just a sea lion playing with me. And this is the coolest thing. They have a jumpy house slide thingy. It's in the shape of a pirate ship. Ooh, a scuba diver outfit. A dry suit there, body glove dry suit, a full face mask. A BC. Beautiful submarine right there. You can go inside. Oh, there's some TVs in there as well too, little interactives. Oh, they also have little arts and crafts going on as well too. Very cool. Oh, here is a underwater submersible used for exploration. Let's see, ocean zone, the sunlight zone, the area that we're most familiar with, 650 feet or less. So you got the twilight zone, not to be confused with a really good TV show, 3,300 feet to 650 feet. And midnight zone, you have all the way down to 13,000 feet, or pretty much as deep as we've been able to go with like the Marianas Trench, the deepest point in all the world. And the midnight zone called that way because light cannot reach down that far. So most creatures either are blind, have really, really large eyes, such as like giant squids that have eyes the size of dinner plates, or they're animals that actually make their own illumination, such as these anglerfish, which use their little light as a lure to catch their food. Oh, that's cool. So you get to go inside and pretend like you're actually on a dive. That's cool. Let's see my score. I inputted all the answers. I am an ocean hero. That's right. Oh, this is an exhibit here that talks about hazardous waste in your household. So you gotta touch the garage. Let's see here. We begin, and then we're gonna scan items that we think we should get rid of. You have 1 minute to find all 15 hazardous household waste items. Oh, okay. This is like a big old... What the heck is this? I almost feel like I walked into that Meow Wolf Area 15.
100% biodegradable.
So you have to get one of the carts that has a little computer screen on there and scan items through the store. Okay, and then you check out. Interesting, okay. Some of these prices I wish I would actually pay for them, and some are actually pretty good deals. That looks like laundry detergent, not juice. I can see how kids would like this one because you're play shopping. I wish I could go to a grocery store and play shop and not have to spend money at the end. But oh well, gotta do it. It does teach good, valuable lessons on how to properly shop to get healthier, more viable ingredients, more sustainable ingredients as well too. So there's a presentation about to happen right now, the Great Heart Adventure. So it's kind of like not a motion simulator because I don't think there's any motion going on there, but the screen is kind of wrapped and immersive. So it's pretty cool. But I heard the Great Heart Adventure is actually a nice one because you get to go into the cardiovascular system of the human. So we'll go in there. They also have another one where they kind of like fly over Orange County and the beaches. But let's go inside right now. It's about to start.
The same is true of the lungs. It's all automatic or autonomic. Whoa, all these electrical signals are affecting our navigation. We better get out of here. Okay, now Carl, this is going to tickle a little. Engage feather retrieval system.
Well, what an adventure.
How do you feel?
I feel like taking better care of my heart.
Good. Then our mission was a success. Good job.
Let's see, race to recycle. Apparently you can actually compete against other people here. And there's items here you need to grab on the treadmill and then place properly in its proper receptacle. And of course, there's the race. You can see the treadmills are going. Some of the teams are doing pretty well. Blue's taking a little bit of a lead now. That treadmill goes by pretty quickly. Actually, you gotta work at this game. And Blue won it. Look at this, the science of hockey. Makes sense for my boy Wild Wing and the Ducks to be here, considering it is, you know, Anaheim, Santa Ana. Let's check it out here. Ooh, it's nice and cool. I like it. It feels like you're at an ice rink. Oh, look, some memorabilia from my favorite hockey team. Got the stuff from the 90s. The classic eggplant and teal. Oh, look, this is probably a signed jersey from the team that won the cup in 07. So they got this little simulator. You be the goalie. You can actually put some pads on, stand right there, and then it shoots foam pucks from there. Like it's like a penalty shootout, and the guy goes up and then he shoots it between one of those 3 holes, and it goes by slow. I mean, really anybody can capture it. But they do have the shooting one, so I think this is either an accuracy skill or you have to aim it just right in like a speed test. Here's one that talks about the differences in materials of how the pucks can glide. So this is kind of like a rough rubber. So we'll throw, there you see, didn't go too well, didn't make it all the way to the top. This one looks like stainless steel metal. Almost made it, almost made it. And this is that fake ice that I've seen before. Yeah, you see that one? That one made it all the way and bounced back. You can even make your own little jersey here, that's pretty cool. Color your Ducks jersey the way you've always wanted to color it. We have an area that kind of looks like the locker room over here, with the hovering D right above in the light. That's pretty cool. Rover course, Artemis, so you can actually drive your own lunar rover right here. That is pretty cool. We're gonna get in line and try that out.
You only have to look at it like once in a while.
There is one of those wind tunnels that brings the air all the way up to, you know, huge, like hurricane force style winds. We'll go do that in a second. We got Discovery Cube Science on a Sphere. Okay, so let's see, we're talking about precipitation in real time. So that's how it looks like around the world right now. Next up, let's try the hurricane simulator. Oh, okay. This actually would feel good on a hot day. Whew. Okay. Oh, there it goes. Now it's dying. Sponsored by Boeing Rocket Lab, and there is something out in the cube itself. Let's check it out here. Oh, it's a rocket engine. Okay, I wonder if it's a real one or just supposed to look like it's a real one. But either way, look how cool this looks. So let's try to launch this rocket as high as we can. Let's select our destination. Well, let's go for Mars. We're gonna select the thrust. Let's go max on that one. We'll set the fuel to max. And now we're ready to launch. Ready? Oh yeah, look at that. All the way up there. Welcome to the Inspector Training Course. Search for evidence and learn how to stop vectors by becoming a super inspector. Checklist: backyard fence, footprints on deck, back door, outdoor spa, window, box window, and a flower and vegetable garden. We gotta check to make sure that the fence is well built with no gaps or holes in between the boards. There's a hole in my boots. Oh no, that's the wrong thing, sorry. There is one. So that is saying no, we have a hole. No, the backyard has gaps and holes between the boards. For extra points, find the 4 possible food sources in the backyard that will attract the possums and other small mammals. I see some oranges over there, but I see some lettuce. I see a garden here, which would be a wonderful buffet here. Before we go, of course, we check out the gift shop and see some cool, fun, sciencey items here. Ooh, nice little globe here. Let's check out, ooh, some dinosaur stuff here. Let's see, some puppets. Ooh, this is actually a really cool water bottle. Look at that. This one goes for $19.99. Looks nicely insulated. What's this here? A little, is it an eraser? Yeah, it is an eraser. They got one of a Triceratops skull for $10.99. Oh, and it is my favorite color. Got this red T-Rex, same, $10.99. Some Dino Quest shirts here to match the exhibit, $27 for that one. They have a brown version also. You can have a Triceratops. Oh, this is cute. I like this. A T-Rex wearing a Discovery Cube hoodie, $22.99. That is cute. I like that a lot. This is the type of stuff I'd love to see. A water bottle that's in the shape of a beaker. This goes for $12.99. I want to be a princess. No, cross that out. An astrophysicist. That's how all the girls should be. Reach for the stars. I bet the Scarecrow would have liked to have one of these in his back pocket. A growing super absorbent brain. Just add water and it grows humongous. Goes for $13.99. See, could have saved himself a trip to the Oz. Okay, this officially is now the best science gift store I've seen. They sell coprolites. Look at that, it's fossilized poop. Now this one comes from a ancient turtle. That's just an example of it. I don't know which particular turtle, but look, it's coprolite, and yes, that is actual poop. Well, it gets turned into rock because after millions upon millions of years of being buried, the organic matter essentially kind of just solidifies and mineralizes, so it turns into rock. Right before we left here at the parking lot, an actual Delta III rocket. Yes, Delta was headquartered here in Orange County, so hence the Orange County tie-in. But that is a real rocket. Well, that's going to do it for today's journey here at the Discovery Cube in Orange County. I had a great time. I hope you did as well too. I am exhausted, so I decided to lay down and take a little siesta. But before I do me a huge favor. Hit that thumbs like button. Subscribe to the channel if you've done so already. And third, hit the notification bell. Of course, follow me on social media at Big Red Journeys on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. So for me to you, thank you and good night. I'm going to go take a nap now. Let's go. This is good. I hope this is comfortable. Oh, it vibrates. Whoa, 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 whoa. No one said nothing about nails. I thought I was going to listen to 9-inch nails. Whoa.